The fact that you are here means you have not given up. It means that despite the setbacks, despite the temptations, despite the difficult days and sleepless nights, you are still fighting. And that matters more than you realize. Recovery is not for the weak. It takes courage to face yourself. It takes strength to admit that something needs to change. It takes determination to wake up every day and choose a different path than the one you have walked before. Many people focus on sobriety as the destination, and yes, sobriety is a beautiful goal. But recovery is more than simply stopping a behavior or putting down a substance. Recovery is about becoming whole. It is about healing. It is about learning who you are without the addiction. The destination matters, but so does the journey. Every day you stay sober is a victory. Every temptation you resist is a victory. Every difficult conversation you have is a victory. Every counseling session, every prayer, every meeting, every tear, every honest moment is part of the process that is shaping you into the person God created you to be. The Bible is filled with people who struggled, failed, fell short, and yet were transformed by faith. Think about Moses. He struggled with anger and insecurity. In a moment of anger, he killed a man and spent years hiding in the wilderness. Yet God used him to lead an entire nation to freedom. Think about David. He committed adultery and arranged for a man's death. Yet when he humbled himself before God, he became known as a man after God's own heart. Think about Peter. He boldly proclaimed his loyalty to Jesus, but when pressure came, he denied him 3 times. Yet after his failure, Jesus restored him and used him to build the early church. Think about Paul. Before becoming one of Christianity's greatest leaders, he persecuted believers and approved of violence against them. Yet God's grace transformed him completely. These stories remind us that your mistakes do not have the final say. Your failures are not your identity. Your past does not determine your future. Faith has a way of turning broken stories into testimonies. One of the greatest challenges in recovery is realizing that the addiction is often not the real problem. The addiction is often the symptom. Many people spend years trying to stop drinking, stop using, stop gambling, stop escaping, without ever asking the deeper question: why? Why am I hurting? Why am I angry? Why do I feel empty? Why do I feel rejected? Why do I run from my emotions? Why do I feel the need to numb myself? Sometimes the roots go all the way back to childhood. Sometimes they come from trauma. Sometimes they come from abuse, neglect, abandonment, shame, rejection, fear, or wounds that were never properly addressed. Healing requires more than removing the addiction. Healing requires confronting the pain beneath it. That is hard work, but it is necessary work. You cannot heal what you refuse to face. This is where humility becomes so important. Humility allows us to admit that we need help. Humility allows us to seek counseling, accountability, mentorship, and support. Humility allows us to say, I don't have all the answers, but I am willing to learn. And integrity becomes equally important. Integrity means doing the right thing when nobody is watching. Integrity means being honest about your struggles. Integrity means refusing to live a double life. Integrity means choosing truth over appearances. Recovery thrives where honesty lives. Many of you are also learning to deal with anger. Anger is often misunderstood. Anger is frequently a signal that something deeper is hurting inside. Sometimes anger is covering fear. Sometimes it is covering grief. Sometimes it is covering years of unresolved pain. The goal is not to pretend anger doesn't exist. The goal is to learn how to process it in healthy ways rather than allowing it to control your life. As you walk this journey, remember this: recovery is not perfection. You will have difficult days. You will have moments when you want to quit. You will have moments when progress feels slow. But don't confuse slow progress with failure. A tree grows slowly, yet it still grows. A building is constructed 1 brick at a time. Recovery happens 1 day at a time, sometimes 1 hour at a time, sometimes 1 minute at a time. Trust the process. Trust the work. Trust that every healthy decision is building something stronger within you. Most importantly, trust God. Philippians 1:6 tells us that he who began a good work in you will carry it on to completion. God is not finished with you. Your story is still being written. There is freedom on the other side of this battle. There is peace. There is joy. There is purpose. There is restoration. You can be sober. You can be successful. You can be fulfilled. You can have healthy relationships. You can break generational cycles. You can become the person you were created to be. The chains that once held you do not have to define you forever. Keep fighting the good fight. Keep showing up. Keep doing the work. Keep asking the hard questions. Keep healing. Keep believing. Take it one day at a time. And when you feel weak, remember that many of God's greatest servants started as broken people who chose to trust Him one step at a time. Your recovery is possible. Your freedom is possible. Your future is possible. Don't quit before the miracle happens. Keep going. The journey is worth it. And so are you. Thank you, and God bless you.